controversial topic, the birth control pill. Some people don't believe in it. Some people do. Personally, I believe in it because my mom was on birth control and she missed 2 pills and got pregnant with my sister. And luckily, like, my mom was married and everything, but not everybody is ready to have a kid, especially not like younger people or people who just don't really want a family. So basically I'm going to tell you about the arguments supporting birth control use, and then also I'm going to acknowledge the other side, the arguments against birth control use and why some people feel it shouldn't be used, and then why I personally feel birth control is necessary. Oh, and then I have a statistic that 28% of women use the pill as a contraceptive. That's like out of everybody that uses contraceptives, 28% of them use the pills. Alright, so this is kind of like the pro side of it. It should be encouraged. This is a chart of all the people who have ever really used birth control by their ages. So you can tell, like, even 13 to 15-year-olds, it's like 50% of them are already using birth control. It's a really widespread thing. And then the pill is the most commonly used form of birth control. Alright, so this is kind of a little chart of the pros and the cons. So on the pro side, obviously it's going to prevent unwanted pregnancies. Like, not everybody needs a kid, especially not like 16-year-olds or people who just don't want one. They're not going to raise a kid, right? And then it would reduce abortion rates because abortion is kind of like even more controversial. Like, nobody really wants to get an abortion because it's such a bad procedure. It like emotionally scars people and everything. So it would reduce that. You're kind of just doing like preventative measures rather than just taking your chances. It's easy to use if you remember to take it every day. And then it's also readily available, especially with like the new laws passed. Everybody can pretty much get the generic brands for free. And then as far as the con side of it goes, people kind of argue it's unnatural because you're altering your natural hormone levels. You're kind of tricking your body into thinking it's pregnant so it won't get pregnant. And then on the more like aesthetic parts of it, you gain weight. Some people get like acne and stuff from it. And then another thing that could be a con for some people is you have to take it daily. If you're not really good about that, then it's not going to be effective, and that's even probably worse if you think you're protected and you're not. Alright, so this is kind of why I feel that everybody should use contraceptives. Obviously, again, unwanted pregnancies, that's just the big one. As far as contraceptives in general, as far as like condoms and everything, you're going to also prevent sexually transmitted diseases, so that's like 2 birds with 1 stone. And then everyone should be in control of their family planning. Nobody wants to have to deal with that, not really planning it out. And you should, as like a girl, you should be able to control it yourself and not have to depend on other people. So basically, just everybody protect yourself in general. Although you're altering your hormones, you should really wait until you're ready to start a family, in my opinion. It'll just kind of be worth it in the end for everybody. And yeah, so be safe, use birth control.